Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. Get downloading the One Football app. That's where I've got all this information from today, and I'm with Rob. We've just been in training just to improve ourselves in the radio show, so it's a better experience for you, isn't that right?
Yeah, really looking forward to manning the controls. It seems it's a lot more simpler than I initially thought, but at the same time, when you're doing live broadcasting, there's nothing easy about that.
Champion. Keep an eye on that for Sunday's show as well. Right, we're going to be talking about, everyone's been talking about the takeover. Everyone's been talking about the strips, which is very negative, so we just thought we'll talk about an international roundup, which a few of our players have been involved in, especially the Copa America. Let's jump straight to the Copa America in Paraguay, where Miguel Almiron has been absolutely lighting up the tournament. Yeah. The first game they drew 2-2 with Qatar of all people in the Copa America. I'm sure Rob will say something on that in a minute. Paraguay were 2-0 up. Threw it away, ended up drawing 2-2. Almiron was visibly upset at full time. He set up a wonderful assist. Another assist got choked off because of that good old VAR, which I'm sure we'll be talking about over the season. A few days later, they played against big team Argentina. Almiron was given man of the match. Absolutely superb.
Deservedly so, I think.
Deservedly so. Got an assist again, another great assist. It was all about him bursting down that left flank on the byline, whips it in low, and there's Richard Sanchez to fire Paraguay 1-0 up. Argentina did grab a penalty later on through appeal through VAR. Lionel Messi did score, which kept Argentina's slim hopes alive. Just looking at that groups table before we have from Rob, Colombia already through on 6 points. They'll top the group now, and then you've got Paraguay on 2, Qatar bizarrely in that competition on 1, and Argentina on 1. So realistically, you are expecting Argentina to go and beat Qatar. You would think Paraguay would need a win. Premier Sports do have coverage if you want to check the competition out. But Rob, how sharp is Almiron looking?
He's lighting up the tournament. I think he's you can see that he's not relaxing after the really good season that he's had with us. He's taken that form, and credit to him, he's played just as well, if not better, for his international side, and that's a joy to see, really. But we want to have him back, just before the season. Let him have a good rest before the new season ready to start.
Yeah, it's unlikely playing those 2 Asian games. But what I've noticed watching him, Rob, is that he's playing further up the field because he's playing. Because we're quite a defensive side, and he's asked him and Perez to do a lot of off-the-ball work, tracking back, but he's playing further up the field and a little bit more central. Yeah. Is this something that we should look at next season to get the best out of him?
Well, when you go through the course of a season, a team very rarely sticks to one system for all 38 games in a season. So it's great that he's getting experience in a variety of positions. It's great that he's versatile. I really like that in a player. It's a huge plus in my view. So yeah, definitely just playing where he's comfortable with, and luckily it's in a variety of positions so that we can not be afraid to just try trial and error on certain systems if one system isn't working.
I think it's a good shout. You can play on the left. We've actually picked up whilst Almiron was in that side as well. I know he got injured, but yeah, I think he needs a rest after this Copa America, and I don't expect him to play in those 2 games. Freddie Woodman, we'll talk about him briefly. He wasn't involved. He watched from the bench as England lost to France in the under-21s. You can watch the coverage on that on Sky Sports. They'll play Romania tomorrow. Dramatic circumstances they lost in. Doubt we'll see Freddie Woodman in the tournament because Dean Henderson saved 2 penalties in that game alone. He's number 1. So we're unexpected to see Woodman play tomorrow, so we'll skip over that. Christian Atsu played 45 minutes in Ghana's last warm-up game before the African Cup of Nations, which you can see on Eurosport. They drew 0-0 with South Africa, and Atsu is a Ghanaian star in that side, so expect to see a lot over him. But I want to touch upon Solomon Rondon for you as well. Similar to Paraguay in the Copa America, Venezuela drew both of their games as well. Drew 0-0 against Peru, who've got Nobby Solano as their assistant, and against Brazil, who are actually booed off at full time, with Solomon Rondon featured. Now, so Bolivia are out. Venezuela do need the win, and they should see them go through, but Brazil and Peru have got to play each other. They're both on 4 points. However, 3 teams could end up finishing on 5 points.
Exciting, isn't it?
Are you still with us? You're still with us? However, Brazil won't miss out because they do have a better goal difference than Peru if that was to happen. However, Solomon Rondon has been praised once more, and this is going to sound very familiar, Rob. He's been praised for his style of play in the competition, being that focal point, holding the ball off, shrugging off defenders, chasing strikers down and bringing people into the game. Sounds very familiar.
It does, doesn't it? He's certainly shown this season that is his strength, and like I said so many times over the past, since Christmas, he looks so much happier in a Newcastle shirt than he did ever at West Brom, and I think we just play to his strengths so much more than what West Brom did. With West Brom, it just never seemed to be working, and he would struggle to get to double figures over the course of 2 seasons, whereas he's got into double figures quite easily this term. Really proud of him. We've got the best out of him, and luckily Venezuela are picking up on that and playing to his strengths as well.
Yeah, he's just become the Venezuelan top goal scorer of all time as well recently. Last question before we wrap up: are you worried if Benitez doesn't sign on, that Rondon doesn't sign on?
Yeah.
Down to him.
I think it would have a huge impact on it. I think because Rafa and Rondon, it's that you see the smiles on their faces whenever they're communicating with each other. They're on the same wavelength, and you just think, sometimes it works with the manager, sometimes it just doesn't. And with Rondon and Rafa, the two have just sort of clicked together like a nice firm jigsaw piece.
There's the pun. You can't resist a video without one.
Well, it wasn't a pun.
Well, I'm sure you're trying to think of one right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, he's trying to think of one before we end. Anything else? You want to try and get your pun in there?
Well, just sort of get it on paper. You're wrapping it up.
He's just said it there. We're going to wrap up. Let us know what you think of all that. Thanks, everyone. Ta-ra. Bye-bye.